So, we've got a report on the NHS. It's a very good health treatment operation in the UK. And this, because the UK is divided up into a number of different parts, we'll concentrate on the NHS. So, we've gone from a waiting list bouncing between 2 and 3 million, and through a number of different reasons, it spiked to 7.6 million people. The other issue we have is that our emergency admissions were fairly low. So the waiting times were pretty low. I can hardly see them on the chart. Now, if you look to the right, the number of people waiting over 12 hours has, peaked at about 60,000 patients. Now, this is a number of factors. There is an issue that we don't have dentists that want to do work on the NHS, or they've run out of NHS treatment. And to actually go to a non-NHS patient, there is high demand and it's very expensive. And the problem is it's very difficult to get an appointment at your GP, general practitioner, and that probably has pushed up the number of people that are going, because a lot of these things probably are seen as an emergency, and that we could have other problems because of the cost of living. People aren't sort of eating properly. They're not probably heating their homes. They're probably not cooking their food sufficiently, and they're probably not cleaning themselves as often as they need to, which is potentially leading to an infection. And then the other issue is that the waiting time. So we've got cancer waiting time. Percent that had less than 2 week wait. So this is quite a higher proportion of people that had less than a 2 week wait. And I mean, looking at the chart, that's sort of like 98%. So that's probably a difference with rounding, people not able to be at the appointment, because a lot of our appointments are generated automatically, and most people can't actually sort of, they have to specifically arrange a particular time. But the numbers being that you've got 70% of people being seen within that period, it's not that great, because if you have cancer, or you've been told that you've got cancer, it's a very worrying time. You need to find out how invasive it is. You need to get the analysis done and the prognosis of what you're going to do to actually remove it. So this is potentially a mixture of different things that we probably don't have enough locations open. We don't have the management to actually manage the number of staff that can fulfill this, because staff are shifted round to other areas of the hospital depending on day-to-day need, as well as we don't seem to have the situation where you can do quite a lot of remote screening and remote reporting, and then they can then be they can get their bloods done, they can get certain things done, but it's that initial visit, talking to the doctor, getting all those questions asked and answered. But no, I mean, the problem is that we poured in a lot of money into this, the NHS, and probably there's a number of different things wrong with it. We're probably quite top heavy with management. We do not use enough technology. I think we've moved away from sterilisation because a lot of the equipment that is used on aftercare is left with the patient, sort of like scissors and crutches and etc, etc, etc. The other thing is that a lot of the products that are bought, so you have a bandage that comes in sort of a sanitized box or something else, and they come in threes. So effectively, if you bandage up somebody, you've got to throw the other two away. We've moved away from we have plastic scalpels with the metal end where we just use it and throw away. What's wrong with getting the equipment and then sterilising it? I think there needs to be a lot of research done into this. But I think also the amount of medicine which is subscribed is probably over the top. A lot of it is for antidepressants, where a change in lifestyle and food intake will change that, as well as probably the over reliance on keeping somebody on them for sort of too long, as well as frankly there is probably too much damage to medicines in hospital, and maybe the other thing is that the NHS is using very old equipment and very old practices where, if it could be done digitally, a lot of money could be saved. So thank you very much for looking at this particular graphic. I hope it gives you a clearer idea of what's going on. Please subscribe to my channel and leave us some comments on this particular video of what sort of videos you want me, what sort of subjects you want me to comment on, and I can mature the channel. Thank you very much for your time, and it's been great talking to you.